Soil conservation. The upper surface of earth is known as the soil. Soil is one of the most important ecological factor. Plant depends upon the soil for nutrition, water supply, anchorage. According to some ecologists, 1944, growing plant in different types of soil. Plants are growing in different type of the soil. Concluded that the soil may affect plant by affecting the seed germination. Warning 1909 stated that the importance of the soil characteristics and the proposed fire ecological group of the plant as the plant can be divided into the according to their habit into the different group: xylophyte, halophyte, psammophyte, lithophyte, and chasmophyte. All these type of the plant grow in the different soil. The first one is the acid soil. Found in the acid soils, sand soil, rock surface, and the rock surfaces. The top layer of the soil is the vital component, since all the required by the plants are present in this layer. The top layer of the soil is called the feeding zone of the plant. Although soil is lost due to water, wind, etc., this is called the soil erosion. Odom 1966 concluded soil erosion as a part of the soil population. The soil erosion is a great problem. Throughout the world. Soil erosion is the protection of the soil erosion is known as the soil conservation. Soil conservation is based on the principles such as protection of the soil to prevent from the concentration present from the concentration, moving the slope in the narrow path to slow down the water movement when it flow along the slope down, encourage more water to enter the soil, to increase the size of the soil particle, reducing the wind velocity, to grow the vegetation, to hold the soil particles. So these are the method. These are the process, a principle to protect the soil erosion. Method of the soil conservation. There are some various methods. That is the biological method, mechanical and other method. Biological method, agronomical practices, dry farming, agrohistological method, agronomic practices with normal farming where vegetation itself used for the protection of soil. It includes the following method: counter farming, mulching, crop rotation, strip creeping. Counter farming, it is an old method. This method is used for the area where the rainfall is very low. The vegetation are grown in the alternate furrows, and the ridges at the same level is called the counter. The water is stored in the furrows, which reduces the runoff, and the soil erosion is protected. Mulching, this method is effective against the wind as well as the water erosion. Some plant like maize stalk, cotton stalk, tobacco stalk, potato tops, etc. are used as the mulch. Mulch means the protective layer forming by a stubble, that is the basal part of the herbaceous plant. Mulches 2 to 3 inches thick, reducing the soil moisture, evaporation, etc. Crop rotation. Crop rotation is the alternate sowing of the cereals. cereals, and the leguminous plant. The crop rotation decrease soil losses and pressure the productivity of the land. The soil minerals are lost by cultivating the cereals. Is again supplied by the culture in the cultivated of legumes. Next one is the fourth one is the stripe cropping. It is the method in which crop is planted in a row or a stripe to check the flow of water, or wind. To striped cropping, planning done in parallel row at 90 degree to the direction of the wind. Also check the soil erosion. Thank you.